I stopped counting after the first 20 times, but my therapist told me to keep track, said it would help me see the pattern. So I did. I wrote it down every single time my Korean Mafia boss husband said those words. Sign the papers. Get out of my house. We're done. 99 times in 3 years. The 99th time happened over a dress. I wore red to his business dinner with the other Korean Mafia families. His mother said it made me look cheap. He didn't defend me, just pulled me into the hallway and told me I embarrassed him in front of his people. I cried, apologized, promised I'd do better. He threw the divorce papers at me anyway. I begged him not to leave, told him I loved him. He walked away like I didn't exist. That was last week. I woke up the next morning and something inside me had changed. I didn't feel sad anymore. I just felt empty. But number 100, that one was different. Because that time I didn't cry. I made coffee in silence. He was already gone. Some Korean Mafia business across town with people I wasn't important enough to know. The mansion felt massive and cold, like it always did when I was alone. I sat at the kitchen island and opened my laptop. Typed in, divorce lawyers near me. I don't know what I expected to feel. Guilt, maybe, fear. But all I felt was relief. I scrolled through reviews, bookmarked 3 offices, and closed the tab before any of his Korean Mafia security guys could walk in and see. They reported everything back to him. I'd learned that the hard way. My phone buzzed. A text from him. Dinner tonight, with the family. Wear something appropriate this time. No apology for yesterday, no acknowledgement that he'd threatened to divorce me again. Just orders. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I typed back, okay. I didn't know it yet, but my Korean Mafia boss husband was about to hand me exactly what I'd been planning. His Korean Mafia family hated me from day one. I was the black waitress who somehow ended up married to their golden son. The disrespect was constant. Tonight was just another reminder. I wore black this time, simple, elegant, nothing his mother could call inappropriate. I even tied my natural hair back the way she demanded. Didn't matter. The moment I sat down at the table with the other Korean Mafia wives, she looked at me like I'd tracked mud on her marble floors. Still here, she said in Korean, then switched to English so I'd understand. I thought my son had better sense by now. The table went quiet. I waited for my Korean Mafia boss husband to say something. Anything. He cut his steak, didn't even look up. His mother leaned back, enjoying herself. You know, dear, you're very lucky he married you at all. A waitress, a black American girl with no family, no connections. If it were up to me... Mother, he said quietly. Finally. She stopped, smiled wider. He didn't correct her, didn't defend me, just stared at his plate. That night, I stopped waiting for him to choose me, because he already had. It happened 3 days later. Over something stupid. I forgot to tell the staff his afternoon meeting with the rival Korean Mafia family got moved up an hour. He came home early, pissed off, and found me reading on the couch. Do you do anything useful? He snapped. I closed my book. What's wrong? What's wrong is, I have a wife who can't handle one simple responsibility. You're making me look weak in front of my men. I stood up slowly. I didn't know the meeting changed. Nobody told me. You should have known. How? His jaw tightened. That look, the Korean Mafia boss look that meant he was about to hurt me with words again. He walked to his office, came back 30 seconds later with the folder, the same one he always grabbed. Divorce papers inside, pre-signed on his end, just waiting for my signature. He threw it on the coffee table. Sign it and get out. 100. I stared at the folder. Then I picked up the pen. His face went pale. What are you doing? I opened the folder, started signing. Page 1, page 2. Stop. Page 3. I said stop. I signed the last page, slid the papers back, looked my Korean Mafia boss husband directly in the eyes. You're free now. He didn't move, just stood there staring at the papers like they might explode. I walked past him toward the bedroom, started pulling clothes out of the closet. I didn't have much. Most of what I owned, he'd bought to make me look appropriate for a Korean Mafia boss's wife. I left all of it, just took the things I came with 3 years ago. 1 suitcase, that's all I needed. He appeared in the doorway. You can't just leave. I folded a sweater, didn't look at him. You told me to. I didn't mean... You've told me to leave 100 times, I said calmly. I'm just finally listening. We need to talk about this. No, we don't. I zipped the suitcase, grabbed my purse, walked past him again. He caught my arm, not rough, just desperate. Where are you going? Anywhere but here. His grip loosened. I pulled away. I walked through that mansion, past the Korean Mafia guards, who pretended not to notice. I didn't look back, but I heard it. The sound of paper ripping. He was tearing up the divorce papers. Too late. I was already gone. Have you ever called someone's bluff and watched them panic? Drop a comment if a man ever tested you 1 too many times. Subscribe, this Korean Mafia boss is about to completely unravel. The apartment was tiny compared to his mansion. 1 bedroom, barely any furniture, but it was mine. No Korean Mafia guards outside the door, no cameras, no one watching my every move. I sat on the floor and cried for the first time in weeks. Not because I missed him, because I was finally free. My phone started ringing around midnight. Him. I stared at the screen, let it ring out. It rang again, and again, and again. 17 times that night. I didn't answer once. By morning, I had 12 voicemails from my Korean Mafia boss, ex-husband. I deleted them all without listening. I didn't need to hear what he had to say. I'd heard it all before. The anger, the accusations, the guilt trips. What I didn't expect was the silence that came after. On day 3, the calls stopped. No texts, no voicemails, nothing. And that's when I knew. My Korean Mafia boss had switched tactics. I got my old job back at the diner. Nothing fancy, minimum wage, waiting tables like I did before I met him. But it was honest work. I wasn't a Korean Mafia boss's wife anymore. I was just me, a black girl from Atlanta trying to figure out what normal felt like again. My co-worker Maya asked about my ring tan on my 4th day. Divorced? Something like that. She didn't push. I liked her for that. I was wiping down tables when my phone buzzed. A voicemail from a number I didn't recognize. I almost deleted it. But something made me listen. It wasn't him. It was one of his men. The quiet one who handled Korean Mafia security operations. I'd maybe spoken to him twice in 3 years. Mom, you need to be careful. There are people asking about you, rival families. They know about the separation. The Korean Mafia world talks. Please call me back. My hands started shaking. I'd forgotten. Being his wife kept me protected. Being his ex-wife made me a target. He showed up at 2 a.m. I heard the pounding before I was fully awake, stumbled to the door, looked through the peephole. Him. My Korean Mafia boss, ex-husband. No suit, no tie, hair messy, eyes wild. I almost didn't open it, but he looked broken. I unlocked the door, didn't open it all the way. What do you want? He stared at me like he'd forgotten how to speak. You can't just leave, he finally said. You told me to. Oh, I didn't mean it. You said it 100 times. Which time didn't you mean? He stepped closer. I didn't move back. All of them, he whispered. I didn't mean any of them. Then why did you say it? He looked away, jaw tight, hands clenched, the Korean Mafia boss losing control. Because I needed to know you wouldn't actually go. The honesty hit me like a slap. So you tortured me, I said slowly, to test my love? He didn't deny it. Take me back. No. His face crumpled. I closed the door and locked it. His second-in-command showed up at the diner the next afternoon. Sat down at the counter, ordered nothing, just watched me work. When my shift ended, he spoke. We need to talk about why he married you. I sat down across from him. I already know. His mother picked me because I was nobody, easy to control. No, he leaned forward. 3 years ago, you were targeted by a rival Korean Mafia family, the Kims. They wanted leverage against someone you were connected to. Your boss found out. He married you to protect you. I stared at him. Protect me? If you were his wife, you were untouchable in the Korean Mafia world. Killing you meant war with our family. So they backed off. Why didn't he just tell me that? Because in the Korean Mafia, showing weakness gets you killed. His father taught him that caring about someone is a target on their back. So he hid how much you mattered. My throat tightened. So he made me feel worthless to protect me. He made them think you were worthless. If he loved me, why did he make me feel that way too? He looked away. Because he didn't know how to do both. They came on my walk home from work. 2 men, Korean, well-dressed, polite smiles. Miss, one of them said in accented English, we heard about your separation from the boss. That must be difficult. I kept walking. They kept pace. A woman alone, especially a black American woman with no family in Seoul. It's dangerous. The Korean Mafia world is not forgiving. I stopped, looked at him directly. What do you want? Just offering protection, now that your husband isn't providing it. I don't need protection. The second man smiled. Everyone needs protection, especially ex-wives of Korean Mafia bosses. They walked away, but the message was clear. I was vulnerable now, and they knew it. I stood on the sidewalk for a long time, heart pounding. Then I pulled out my phone, found his number. I hadn't called him since I left, but I called him now. He answered on the first ring. Come get me, I whispered. Where are you? I told him. Don't move. I'm coming. The Korean Mafia boss was coming for me. Do you think she should trust him again? Or is this Korean Mafia boss just manipulating her? Comment your guess. This is about to get dangerous. He arrived in 4 minutes. 3 black SUVs. Armed Korean Mafia men. The kind of response that makes people cross the street. My Korean Mafia boss, ex-husband, got out and walked straight to me. Didn't touch me. Just scanned the area like a battlefield. Who approached you? 2 Korean men. They said I needed protection now that you're not providing it. His jaw tightened. He pulled out his phone, spoke rapid Korean. Find them. I want names in 20 minutes. He hung up, finally looked at me. Get in the car. I'm not going back to your mansion. I'm taking you somewhere safe, then we'll talk. I hesitated. Please, he added. That word, I'd never heard my Korean Mafia boss say it before. I got in the car. We drove in silence through Seoul. He made 3 more calls in Korean, gave quiet orders. When he finally hung up, I spoke. Did you ever actually want to divorce me? He stared out the window for a long moment. No. Then why? I wanted you to fight for us, he interrupted. In the Korean Mafia, weakness is death. I needed to know you were strong enough to stay. Every time I threatened divorce, I was waiting for you to tell me no. So you tortured me to test my love. His silence was the answer. That's when I understood. He didn't break me because he didn't love me. This Korean mafia boss broke me because he loved me too much and didn't know how to handle it. He took me to a safe house in Gangnam. Small, secure, Korean mafia guards outside. We sat across from each other at a table. My father ran this Korean mafia family for 40 years, he said quietly. He taught me that love was weakness. Caring about someone meant giving enemies a weapon. So when I realized how much I needed you, a black American waitress who had no idea what my world was, it terrified me. I said nothing. Every time I felt too much, I pushed you away. The divorce threats were my way of staying in control. In the Korean mafia, control is survival. But you never left, and that made it worse. So you kept pushing. Until you finally went. He looked at me, and now I don't know how to breathe without you. I should have felt sorry for him. But all I felt was anger. Your fear destroyed me, I whispered. Do you understand that? I spent 3 years thinking I wasn't enough. That being black, being American, being a waitress made me worthless to you and your Korean mafia family. You were never the problem. Then why did you make me feel like I was? He had no answer. I stood up. I can't do this. Wait. No, you had 3 years. I'm choosing you now. Too late. What do I have to do? I stopped. Prove you've changed. My Korean mafia boss stood up slowly. Tell me what you need. No more threats, no more games, no more using divorce as a weapon whenever you're scared. No more letting your Korean mafia family disrespect me. Done. I'm not finished. I stepped closer. You want me back? You earn me back. No shortcuts. No throwing your Korean mafia money at the problem. You show me, every single day, that I matter more than your fear and your pride. I will. And if you fail even once, I won't. You don't get to interrupt me anymore, I said firmly. He closed his mouth, the Korean mafia boss learning to listen. If you fail even once, I'm gone for good. No second chances, no coming back. Do you understand? Yes. He said it too quickly. I didn't trust it yet. Words are cheap, I said. Show me. He reached for my hand. I pulled away. His face crumpled, but he didn't push. I'll show you, he said quietly. However long it takes. I walked out. But this time I didn't feel empty. I felt powerful. He showed up the next morning. I was opening the diner when I saw him across the street. My Korean mafia boss, just standing there watching. Not approaching, not demanding. Just present. Maya noticed. Is that your ex? The Korean mafia guy? Yeah. Should I call someone? No, he's not going to hurt me. He stayed for 3 hours, then left. The next day he came back. Brought me coffee, my order, not the Korean tea his family preferred. Set it on the counter, didn't say a word, left. Day 3, he fixed the broken lock on my apartment door. I didn't ask him to. I came home and it was done. Day 4, flowers. Not roses, sunflowers, my favourite. The ones I told him about once when I was talking about my grandmother back in Atlanta. Day 7. I found him sitting outside my building at midnight. Korean mafia guards in the car behind him. I knocked on his window. He rolled it down. What are you doing? Making sure you're safe. The Korean mafia world is watching. I have locks. I know. Then go home. I will, when you're asleep. I stared at my Korean mafia boss, ex-husband. He wasn't playing games. For the first time, I saw the man I'd always wished he could be. And it terrified me. 2 weeks later, his mother found me. I was leaving the diner when her car pulled up. She stepped out, perfectly dressed, perfectly cruel. You think you've won, she said in English, making sure I understood. My son, a Korean mafia boss, will never truly accept a black American waitress as his equal. I kept walking. She followed. He'll get bored. You're nothing but a phase, a rebellion against his Korean mafia responsibilities. Then why are you here? Her smile faltered. Stay away from my son. Your son is a grown man. He makes his own choices. He's making a mistake. That's his decision, not yours. She stepped closer. You'll never be accepted in the Korean mafia. That's enough. His voice. We both turned. My Korean mafia boss was standing 10 feet away, face cold, dangerous. Mother, leave. Excuse me? You heard me. He walked past her, stood beside me. If you ever disrespect my wife again, black, American waitress or not, you're out of my life, out of this Korean mafia family, permanently. His mother's face went white. You can't be serious. Try me. She looked between us, then got back in her car and left. He turned to me. I can't undo the past, but I'm begging you, let me rewrite the future. I looked at this Korean mafia boss who'd broken me and was now breaking himself to fix us. I took his hand. This is the last chance you get. I know. If you ever threaten divorce again... I won't, his grip tightened, because losing you once already killed me. I nodded slowly. Then let's go home. His eyes filled with relief. Home, he repeated. Yeah, but we're doing this my way now. No more Korean mafia rules in our marriage. Whatever you want. For the first time in 3 years, I believed my Korean mafia boss husband. Have you ever given a man a second chance after he broke you? Tell your story, especially if you're a black woman who loved someone from a different culture. Drop a broken heart if this hit. Different. And subscribe because you're family now.